Today I want to tell you about America's unofficial marijuana holiday, April 20th. So April 20th is America's unofficial, very unofficial. Like the government doesn't recognize April 20th as Marijuana Day, but culturally across the country, most everyone knows April 20th as Marijuana Day. And many people don't give a shit about it, but people know what's going on. Now, the reason April 20th is the Marijuana Day is really because of the number 420. This number 420 is kind of a code word to mean marijuana. Now, if you say the number as 420, it has nothing to do with marijuana. Somebody who tries to say the number 420 to associate with marijuana would sound weird, and you wouldn't even really know that has to do with marijuana. You have to say 420. Now, why is April 20th associated with 420? Well, April is the 4th month. 20 is the 20th day. So in American date style, we put month, day, year. So 420 is April 20th. Now, 420, as in April 20th, is not the only time we associate with marijuana. Actually, 4:20 p.m. every day is associated with marijuana. It's kind of the time you're supposed to smoke it, or you're not supposed to smoke it, but like if you are going to smoke marijuana, that's like a funny time to do it. And it's not just about dates and times. 420 itself is just a code for marijuana. So if there's some cafe and it's called the 420 Cafe, it doesn't mean you could smoke marijuana there, but it kind of means like they're cool with the marijuana culture. Like it probably has a mellow vibe there. It kind of feels like people are smoking marijuana, and they're just kind of a cool, laid-back place because that's kind of feel marijuana has. Like in America, I think in California, Colorado, Oregon, I think Nevada, I'm not sure, and Washington, D.C., marijuana is legal. But everywhere else, marijuana is still illegal. So you have to use 420 as kind of a code word. So like imagine if you're looking for a new roommate for your apartment. You want to put up an advertisement on Craigslist. So you put in, looking for a roommate, no dogs, no cats. You get a parking spot, 420 friendly. 420 friendly would mean you're okay with people who smoke marijuana living with you. Probably you're okay with them smoking marijuana at your apartment. So you have to use this kind of code way to say it because you don't want to say marijuana users welcome, because that would get you in trouble legally. So it's kind of a code way of getting by the problem of having to say marijuana out loud. Now, when I was making this video, I did a little bit of research because I was just curious want to make sure I got my facts straight. I actually stumbled across the origin story of why 420 is associated with marijuana. It's kind of interesting. There was a group of boys in a high school in San Rafael, California, and they called themselves the Waldos. The reason they called themselves the Waldos is because apparently they hung out next to a wall. So these guys stumbled across a marijuana treasure map. They found this map that would apparently take them to this abandoned marijuana field where some guy was growing marijuana, and then he had abandoned and go away, and then they had this map to get there. So in school, they couldn't go up to each other and go like, hey, let's meet and try to find that weed field, because that would be too obvious. So they made up a little code, which was 420 Louis, which meant at 4:20 p.m. after school, let's meet at the Louis Pasteur statue just outside of school, and we'll go on this adventure to find the abandoned weed field. So they meet at 4:20 at that statue, smoke some marijuana, and then go look for the abandoned field. Now, they never found it, but they kept using the code term to mean let's hang out and smoke weed, and soon enough they dropped the Louis part and they just said 420. And then they just started using 420 to mean marijuana in general, kind of this code way of saying it. Now, the interesting part is one of the Waldo's older brothers was a good friend of the bassist of a rock group called the Grateful Dead. The Grateful Dead is a very famous 60s band. Actually, they continue, I think they even tour to this day. They're a very famous band for psychedelic rock. They do a lot of drugs themselves. Their songs are related to drugs. Many of their fans do drugs or are drug enthusiasts. So the band started using the term 420 to mean marijuana, and then their fans started using the term 420 to mean marijuana, and soon enough that kind of just spread through all of America. So now, really, I have to stress this, it's not like a really hidden code anymore. Most everyone associates the number 420 with marijuana, it's not a secret. It's very widely known. And I was pretty sure that no Korean people really knew about this. So I kind of wanted to make this video to share this little American factoid with all the Korean viewers. So because 420 is a code word for marijuana, it means that 4:20 p.m. any day you want is like kind of an ideal time to smoke marijuana. And it also means that April 20th in America is now our unofficial marijuana holiday.
창화 그리고 김유리 덕분에 저는 이런 영상을 만들 수 있습니다.
여러분의 지원 덕분에 이번 영상을 제작할 수 있었습니다.